Hello everyone, this is Jim Orzynski with your week 6 lecture video. So I think I'm going to take a lecture video off of covering the textbook in the Google slide presentation. Most everyone did a pretty good job of pulling together the keyword searches for exercise 2.1, our only activity for the week. Next week's discussion board will deal with quality of sources. One thing I want to point out, and I think it's very important here, to take a look at the schedule moving forward. So right about now we're in week 6. We work through week 7 and week 8. The end of week 8 on March 21st, the annotated bibliography assignment is due. Then we have one more week of class. We start chapter 3. Toward the middle end of March. There'll be a little overlap with this assignment, but after Sunday the 28th, we're on spring break. So I'd like to just point that out. So look at the due date on that. Begin work. I urge you all to begin work and be proactive with the annotated bibliography. So one item I do want to really stress is the library resources here. There is a PDF attached that might be handy. It's a library handout. Get Professor Ertz, our English librarian, passes out at all of our in-person sessions. Here we have his page in the COD library. So if you need to, you can schedule an appointment. You can work with him if you have questions. He's available to all COD students. There's his email address here. Now I do want to cover, there's a lot of informational videos in here that I think is really important for your project moving forward. So here is a 25-minute YouTube video about chasing citations, where one research article will actually benefit you in the way of
one of the College UPage libraries.
You might be able to hear his voice there. That's Jason's video at LinkWorks, where you take one research article, you look at the citations and the references page, and you can actually search off of that and turn really one article to about 3 or 4 different sources. Also, he's got a video here about the library catalog for ebooks and films. And then here we have the database introduction. This is a little bit of a longer video here where he actually does get into the databases and how to search databases using some of those keywords that you generated in exercise 2.1. A favorite is Google tips on how to use Google to maximize your search results. Cut those down. All of these links are work. I suggest strongly that perhaps maybe you take a day, sit down with pencil and a piece of paper and run through the combination of these, at least chasing citations, the library catalog. You might want to dive into the, all 4 of these are really important, important resources there. So, take an afternoon and work on those. Here is some information more about using the library from home, another link, and then here I believe this gets you into the databases, right? Academic Search Complete is always a good all-around database to begin your excursion into finding sources. I urge everyone to please use their library databases here. Let me see, let's get into this one. Academic Search Complete. If you pull into this particular database, let me see, I can sign in, get in. I hope I can. There you are. You've got your search, and you can use your combination of keywords here. But more than once you start diving into the search, you'll be able to locate, newspaper articles, magazine articles. You can export citations. You can look at abstracts. This is a wonderful tool there. And if you look at his particular video there, you can turn around and there we go. If you look at this particular video here, the one that's about 30 minutes, he can actually show you how you can basically do everything out of the databases, from citation organizing your sources. All right. So this is our little library session. I'll probably come back to this a little bit more as we move through the next week or so, just to remind everyone about the resources here. Unfortunately, it's an online class, but this is about the best collection that I can put together of library resources for you. All right. Also, I remember I have the annotated bibliography assignment here, and there is a sample in a PDF here that I urge you all to take a look at. It's a pretty good sample there. Also, what I've done is I've produced separate videos, much like all the library videos here. I have what I call the EAB instructional
Hello,
video.
everyone. This is
It's
Jim
about
Okrzynski.
7.5 minutes.
So I decided to produce.
It's about 7.5 minutes long, and I talk in great detail in this video about this assignment, what my expectations are, what all the categories are in the assignment. So this is a must watch. Also, to go along with that, I did produce an additional instructional video here about exactly what is an annotation, right? I just have this on mute here.
So I'm going to spend the.
So I'm talking a few minutes about my expectations, exactly what an annotation looks like and the components of the annotation that should be verified when you take a look at the example that's in PDF format here. So I have a collection of videos in this particular unit, from the what is an annotation to the actual assignment for the instructional. And once again, you have all the links to the COD library. And here you also have a handout that is available to you that may point you in the right direction for your research. You do have to have the place to start here, as you all know, would be the instructional video. Here's where I talk about all the different sources. And then when you have an idea of what you're looking for, then you dive into the databases. Take a look at, I'd start here with this database that's 30 minutes. Then you might want to look at the Google tips. And then lastly, look at chasing citations. You should be able to work in that order. All right. I believe that's all I have for the week 6 lecture video. If you have any questions, please send me an email. Good luck.